Well, hello guys, FM21's here. It's episode 1 of my beta save, which is with Crystal Palace. Yeah, I am going to be taking over from Roy and going to be trying. I apologise actually initially before we go any further to Roy personally for that little intro video. Yeah, admittedly it's going to be on every single video, but yeah, he just lends itself to it, doesn't he? But this is what we're doing. I've wanted to manage Palace for some time, never actually got around to it. I think certainly more recently, well, when they've been a Premier League side, they've always kind of been, well, up and around higher than you would expect them to be. I think this season it might be a struggle for them, which is not good for me. The likes of Zaha and various other people at the club. So it's a fairly strong squad, and we'll have a look at that in a second. But today we are going to be having a look at FM21. That's kind of the point of this first episode. We're not really going to be playing much in the way of gameplay. We are going to play the against the second 11. You'll see I don't have any logos or anything downloaded, unfortunately, for this. So I have to just imagine those. I will sort all these things out in due course, but the main thing is looking at the game. Immediately, I think you can see the skin that I've got, which is the default skin. It is quite dark. I'm not sure I'm a fan of this. I normally go for just the default skin. I don't normally find it too offensive, but we'll see. I think I'm not overly impressed with this. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it a bit dark for you? I mean, it was a bit purple last time, but I got quite used to that. I think everything stands out quite nicely. So let's have a look. Let's have a look around, see what we can see that's new. I've literally just loaded it up. I have a manager man. There we go. Here we go. You can see this. It's brilliant, isn't it? I look like I should be on the Starship Enterprise. I just need the little sort of triangular badge there, and then I would be, able to be beamed up. There's not a huge amount of options beyond sort of jumper or jacket. I went for the jumper, so there we go. And they do have a female option, which is interesting. I don't know if they've always had that, but they do have that. Which is nice. So you can see everything looks a little bit different, but looking around, actually the majority of things are pretty much the same. I think they've just altered the fonts, altered the layout a little bit, but the majority of things you will see look very similar. I think it looks a lot sharper, a lot neater than it did last time round. Maybe that's just because it's new. So let's have a look first of all into the squad view, and you can see immediately one big difference is the condition and sharpness windows. You see you've got max sharpness there, which is excellent apparently. I don't know how that is. Going down to injured, I don't know what the one sort of in the middle, and we'll find out what that looks like. Sorry, that's not max sharpness, condition. Physical condition. This is max sharpness, and as you'd expect, this is sort of thumbs down all the way to the bank. So I think that's good. We'll see how that works. Looking at the attributes, there's no change in attributes. Again, we haven't got a face pack in, so I do have one I could probably jump over from one of the previous games. I think FM19, so I think I did that last time, so I'll probably do that again to get some faces in the game. So dynamics wise, obviously this is something that you'd expect to be a little bit changed, but you've got certainly this screen looks very, very similar. It looks identical. Team meetings look very different. So I wanted to come back for this, and we're going to try this. I've not tried this yet. Let's try the team meeting together. So I'm going to positively take the opportunity to introduce myself, and this is the options I get. Bloody hell. Shit. Oh my. On behalf of the player, I would like to welcome you and looking forward to... Oh, so someone's said great. They're all encouraged, which is nice. So what? Oh my lord. I'm already lost. So I'll be making some improvements in goal. I don't know what I'm doing at the minute. Give youth a chance. I'll make it clear right now. If you want to leave and a big offer is made for you, nobody will stand in your way. Well, we're not going to say that. So these are the different types. So neutral. I don't want to make any promises for now. Do want to talk about our expectations for the season. Oh my, we're going to have a little look at this and then we'll sort of see. So okay, so Luka Milivojevic said welcome to me, and he looks happy with that I'm here. Okay, so I mean I did look at the team previously. I think we need a left back and a right back. I think that's certainly an area that we could be improved. So we'll say we're going to make improvements in defence. They're neutral about that. Of course, too bothered, sir. Oh, we've got our convincing wave hands in an opening and convincing manner. Right. Reduce the size of the squad might be something we do as well. I think there's a lot of people here. Oh, they didn't like that. Jordan Ayew loves it though. Right. Okay, that's enough for now. I think I've probably screwed things up. Some tangible targets. What are we expected to do? I think we can beat the drop and stay in this division this season. Good. That's what they wanted. I didn't use anything. No gesture. Damn it. Pump fists. That's exactly. Come on, do it. Oh my! I am loving that already. Convince. Latter stages of the FA Cup, a good account of ourselves in the FA Cup. They don't really care. I point fingers assertively. Well, there was no reaction, so they don't really care, do they? Okay, great. What do we do now? Summary. Okay, so we get a little summary of the team meeting afterwards, which is nice. We got some player reactions. We broadly did well. The locker room atmosphere is good. And so here we go. The conversation appeared to positive effects on several players. Slightly positive effect on Andros Townsend's morale. Okay, so what I've done is created some promises which certain players are going to take seriously. Great. Okay, that's pretty cool. Let me know what you think about that. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Pep talk. What's this? Pre-match Pep Tour. I can't do that, but that looks like something I can do. Where are we? Here we go. Who likes me? 3 players in support, and there's some influential players. None of the team leaders are supporting me yet. Milivojevic, he will. He's a perfectionist. Of course he is. Right then, so let's have a look tactically. Let's just put our tactic together. I'll just show you what the team looks like. So we'll try and sort of do a little bit of actually putting something together as well as everything else in this episode. Hopefully it won't be too long. I'll cut it like mad, I will. Right, so the depth chart looks very, very similar. I've set it to all positions. When I was sort of looking through this, I guess what made most sense to me, because the way I always do tactics, I come here and I look at this and I look what I've got initially. And what I do have is I've got Wilfried Zaha, who plays well on the wings. He also plays well up top. The question is, do we play him on the wing or do we try and use his firepower? And I think given that we've got quite a few other decent strikers, maybe what we do is we use him on the wings and use the likes of maybe Batshuayi. He's not a terrible player, is he? He's a complete forward, and I mean, I'm used to players who are a lot worse than this. Let's say that, and he's Belgian, so that's nice. So what I'm planning to do is to play single player up front, 2 wingers. So that's likely to be Townsend and Zaha, I think. But we've got some reasonable backups. The likes of Connor Wickham, Jordan Ayew can play there, as well as up top. So it gives us a little bit of a breathing space. We're not going to have anyone in this attacking midfield position. We'll play a couple of midfielders in here. well, I'm not quite sure who that's likely to be, but we'll play a couple of midfielders in here and then a defensive midfielder. I don't know quite whether defensive midfielders will be quite as overpowered as they were in the last game. Maybe they won't, but we'll see. At the back, certainly at centre-back, we are pulling up daisies, if that's a thing. It looks good. We look strong at centre-back. Left-back and right-back. Certainly left-back looks particularly weak. Patrick Van Arnholt looks an absolute waste of time. He's never done well for me in FM, really, but maybe we can do that. Who's this? I don't even know this bloke. He looks a much more defensive fullback, whereas Van Arnholt is going to be someone who's going to be able to get forward a little bit. That's an okay sort of balance, I suppose, but I think we need better on that side. On this side, it's again, Tompkins is a centre-back mainly. Joel Wood is a right-back, and he's been there a while. Yeah, I don't know. I think this would certainly be an area to improve things. Let's set that tactic. I think probably we'll look to go set it for wing play initially, and I'll fart around with it after this. Right, so that's what we're going to sort of go with. I gave up looking. So that's going to be the plan. I don't think we'll be going direct. I'm going to try and play it a little bit more passing. We'll have a look at the qualities of the players in this team and maybe go from there. So that's sort of the formation we're going to be playing. Staff-wise, I think there are potentially new jobs available. I can't remember what they are. I think it's the performance analysis which is new to the game. I'm going to come back. So scouting is one area that has changed, but we haven't got the scouting meeting yet, which is one of the big changes that has occurred. So we'll move forward and get to that scouting meeting, and we'll also have a bit of gameplay with the reserve team match. Okay, see you in a second. Okay, so this is the squad I've put together. It's interesting. So one of the really nice aspects that they've improved is this. So you click on them and you get the option of where they play, but you also, in the description, and this is something that Miles tweeted out, you get the details of exactly what this player does, what he looks like, also what instructions that they have on as well. So you're able to move through that a lot more straightforwardly, which is kind of nice. So I've altered my tactic a little bit from the standard one that I was set. So we're going a little bit more attacking. We've got no centre backs available. Everyone's injured, which is slightly annoying. So we're going to have this Riedewald at left back. We've got Dan and Tavares, who's a youth team player, a reserve player. He's not great, but needs must. We're on dollars. I'll have to do something about that. I'll change that. Kelly at right back, but up top it looks all right. I think this might do all right. Yeah, so we've gone with an overlap, but not necessarily playing out wide. We are playing wide, but without focusing down the wings quite as much. So focusing through the middle and out the wings. We are leaving this off. We're going a little bit more expressive. Tempo has been pushed up. Passing directness has been put to standard. Line of engagement is higher, and thing I always like doing in this game, we're counter-pressing, counter-attacking, and we are also distributing to the centre-back. Okay, so shall we see a little bit of gameplay? Let's just have a little look what finances we have. We're back. So we've got a budget of £22 million, wage budget. We're pretty much on our wage budget. We'll need to sell to buy. There's a fair amount to sell, so that's something we will look to do. Projections are not good. So we need to do something about that. But obviously, I don't think they take into account the Premier League, staying in the Premier League, which can be a fairly impressive thing. So that's what those are. Club Vision. So Club Vision is to use the youth system, counter-attacking football, which is kind of not what we're doing. Young players signed, and sign players and sell for a profit, work within a budget, and avoid relegation is what we're trying to do. So that's all doable, I think. That's all doable. I should have shown you also the development centre looks very similar. We have this fullback who is a possibility to bring through. He does look quite good going forward, doesn't he? Decent attacking fullback. He's fast. He's got good crossing. I think we'll probably be using him. We've got a press conference, new job press conference. Have a look how this works out. So we've got a series of people in the room. So let's kick off with the first question from Elliot Ludlum of 442. What's he got to say? What does it feel like to be the new Crystal Palace manager? Smile warmly. I guess that I don't want to discuss. I'm privileged to be here and I'm so excited about it. Many people think that Crystal Palace's wage budget is simply too small for you to bring in high quality players needed to improve the team. Are you going to approach your chairman to increase the wage budget? Shake head. The budget has been set for good reason. What attracted you to Crystal Palace? Smile warmly. What does that do? It tells you what they do. A warm, genuine smile, endearing yourself to one's room. The club has potential. I do think the club has potential. Decent youth system. And that's what we'll do. Do you ever doubt that this was the right job for you? From Andre Curtis. Yeah, I'm happy to be the manager and I'll show their faith. That's fine. So, Paul Martin, does this squad have the necessary qualities for you to achieve your targets? Yeah, okay, that works. Transfer business is part and parcel of the game. I think we'll make those decisions at the right time. Fine. Have you had chance to meet the players yet? Smile warmly. I can't comment much. Oh, God. Downcast. What role can the supporters play in moving the club forward? I already know how good the fan base is and we'll go for now. Where can the club go under your leadership? Yeah, long term, no gesture. Oh no. The public will want to hear a proper answer from you. Have you had a chance to meet the players yet? I think we did say that. Everyone's in a positive mood. Has that done anything? Oh, bloody hell, they go on a while, don't they? Is Ebra Ezra the sort of player you'll look to build around? Oh, good. You can get in there. He's 22, English. He looks quite good. He's probably looks like he can. Yeah. I think he's a terrific player. I haven't got anything to things have all gone. I don't know if that's supposed to happen. Will Luka Milivojevic remain your captain? Yeah, I don't see why not. Continue to summary. They are all negative. Great. I think the press conference didn't go well. Great. Well, I'll leave that one to old lady players, I think. Oh my. Right. Here we go. Let's see what this looks like. We'll probably have a fairly quick highlights, but I do want to kind of see the various bits of this. Oh, well, that's a different view. So I think it does look better, wouldn't you say? It's a little bit more in the background going on. The trees still look terrible. We've got a car park out the back. Got various different views. The floodlights definitely look improved. Let's go. Dugouts, they look better, don't they? Ooh. Right, commentators are in place and ready to go. Right, so where do we do the shouts? Do the shouts down here. Mentalities down here. Instructions all down there. Right, let's do it. Right, let's see what this does. Right, we'll start off with a shout. Focus. Oh, you can do it. Right. Demand more. Start off with a demand more. And also, let's also get the match. We don't want it on hand. We want it at key highlights. Match speed during the highlight. Oh, crap. There's a goal. Let's see that again. Oh, dear me. So let's have a look. Townsend with the ball. I think we need to speed up the players a little bit. Kelly in. And it's Zaha with the finish. Lots and lots of chances. 10 minutes in. Ball over the top. That actually, I mean, certainly it's another goal from Batshuayi. And you can see they are really on the very edges of the pitch, aren't they? That's kind of nice. Ball over the top. And no, it's disallowed. Big X. Right then. Okay, so we've got a little bit of information here. So we must close Martin Kelly down. He can really cross a ball. We'll ignore that. We get sort of all sorts of information. We were going to have a look, and we'll have a look at that at half time. I think the other bits. Well, ball is out. This is the guy who's supposed to be playing, Tavares, who I didn't. I mean, we are playing without any decent centre backs in the club, so that's not going to work very well. Ball just wide from Matthews. So what else? What other sort of information can you get here? Berate. That's a new one. Berate, praise, demand more, fire up. Let's do that. They've certainly got into the game more in this second half. So what we're not seeing, I mean, it's hard to say at the minute what we're seeing, but it does look a bit smoother, doesn't it? And that was nice. That was a nice animation. That's just gone wide as well. So the XG match story. Our total time XG times G was greater than our opponent, so we did better than our opponent. That's good. And we are beating them 2-0, so that might be what you'd expect. Analytical data. So the information you get, this is shots, average position, shot map. Okay, so that's how likely they are to score from where they got the goal. Action zones we've seen before. That's cool. I like that. So let's go in. Okay, so this is the halftime team talk. So you've got the option here to throw the water bottle, aggressive manner, cautious. I think player. Pleased with how you've done. Well done, boys. Let's see what we can do in the second half. It does look a little bit different, doesn't it? It does look a little bit different from where we were before, and that's. It's going to take some getting used to, I think. I have to say, it feels very, very different. The match play. They have changed it quite a bit since we were last able to have this thing. So let's try and make a substitution. See how easy that is to do. Ball over the top. It's through, and Batshuayi scores a goal. Right then, so I should have looked at what they were saying. Alright, close him down. Alright, gonna take off Batshuayi. We'll do that. Confirm. Let's do it. Let's bring on this young lad. Spence. 3-0 up. Playing alright. I mean, you'd hope they wouldn't be any sort of trouble, but all wide. Well, I don't know. What do you think? I mean, it does feel a little bit smoother. They did say they'd smooth it out a little bit. I think behind the goal looks a little bit better. It looks a little bit cleaner behind the goal. Not so terrible. Sort of out in the car parks out there, that is very different, because it was kind of all out of focus, wasn't it, in the past? Yeah, this... There we go. Disallowed goal. Absolutely. That's just a random, like, cement pit. We'll bring Jordan Ayew on there, and should we... Wayne Hennessy, go on. Confirm subs. Right. Let me know what you think to what the match engine looks like. Shadows are supposed to be improved as well, I think. Well, that is a goal. Shadows on the pitch, and you can sort of see that. Players look a little bit sharper, don't they? I like this, the you know, the goal graphics. Right, shall we... Let's fire them up. Not really done much in this second half. I feel you should be absolutely smashing this team, but you know, this is the first time I've played this game, so you know we'll not say that. Beautiful ball through, and it's in. Beautiful goal, Jordan Ayew. It's 4-0. So what we're going to do, this is kind of like Rambly episode 1, which I will, you know, cut up quite a lot, and then episode 2. So this should be out on the Wednesday. Episode 2 probably will be out on the Friday, and then be Monday, Wednesday, Friday each time. And there we go, 4-1 win, first game of the season. The XG, we were 1.8 expected goals. They were just 0.8, so played all right. Pass completion was good. I think we'll have to tweak the tactic a little bit. Probably didn't play as well as we could do, but I will just have no gesture. I don't think we need a gesture. They look inspired and motivated. Excellent stuff. Right, well, 4-1 win. Easy stuff. Right, and so our first game of the season will be at home against Sheffield United, which sounds a fairly straightforward game. I will be making sure our team is ready to go, making transfers, and enjoying the scouting meeting, which should occur at some point. If you're ready for this, if you're excited about this, please hit that like button. Please subscribe if you are new. This will be a fun little beta save, I think. A lot of interesting stuff coming up. We have a save with Liège, but not standard Liège, in Belgium in the 3rd division, trying to get them better than standard, which I think the save I've called above standard. We've got an ABC journeyman, which will be coming a little bit later in the year, where I basically use the level 10 database in the UK or in England. I'll also include other UK countries and basically move around, but the catch is I can only start in a club starting with A, and I can only move to a club starting with B. Crazy times, eh? Anyway, guys, if you have enjoyed this, please hit that like button, please subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more FM21 action. Thank you very much. Goodbye.